So, it is Tuesday, after the American holiday of Memorial Day. I hope everybody's nice and rested. Here in the States, we're getting ready to go back to work. I'm feeling that stress, that free-floating anxiety just from 3-day weekend off, everything else. I actually like my job. So, this is where I relax and just let it all kind of flow out, at least for the next 15 minutes. So, this is where we listen to the shuffling of the cards. To me, it sounds like the ocean. Reminds me to take that breath and let my shoulders relax. And let's see what the universe has for us today. Let's see if there's any tips or tricks, or it sounds like I'm sitting here putting together a cabinet from IKEA. But let's see if there's anything that we can see, that we can review, the angers, resentments, negative feelings, see what the universe can show us. Maybe we can look at them before they pop up. Which is part of the reason for meditation. I always heard prayer is talking to your higher power, meditation is listening. So let's see what the universe has to say. Okay. So, here's my stack. I'm going to make 3 of them. Each one a thread going out to the universe, and whichever thread we pull on will be the conversation that we have, that we will carry with us through the day. Because this stack is going to be different. Same thing as this, and this would be a different conversation than the other two. So, it is Tuesday. We're getting ready to go back to work, at least here. So let's take a look at what's at the bottom. Let's just see what's underneath everything to start this off. So, I'm going to do my 3 and 2. Okay. So right now we are starting right out with the Valet de Prix, the Page of Swords. So this is somebody who is anxious to learn, somebody who is smart and getting smarter, they're learning. So, and he's looking towards the past here. So he's not looking towards the future, and that's kind of like what the page does. The page is younger, and so not a lot of forethought, not a lot of insight towards what's going on. He's just growing. So, and he's missing something here, because here we have the devil, Le Diable. We have, this is our, these are the things that we do that harm ourselves or others. These could be just bad habits, addictions. It could also be, since it's a major, it could be something that we are doing to just disrupt ours or other people's lives. And as you can see, we have the page here who's just absolutely just got his back turned towards it. So, but as the page grows up, he becomes the knight. So, and the thing about this is that there's a growth here. So, with the pages, they can make mistakes because they think they know everything. Think about, a high schooler and try and tell them something sometimes. It's like they know everything, and yet they can't see the obvious. So what I'm seeing here so far is that, the path to hell is paved with good intentions. Well, here we have it, and our opinions and our thoughts are I wanted to say immature, because sometimes where we think we know something and we're sure about it, and in reality we are just reacting. We don't have the actual information to go by. And this can cause problems for other people, especially with our egos, especially because our rightisms. So this is about our opinion, our thought. It's not having the information needed, causing problems, causing issues, causing big time problems, maybe with ourselves, maybe with those around us. And then here we have, after enough pain and enough motivation, we have the Knight of Swords. So court cards can either be a person, or they could be us, or they could be somebody else that we know. This could be somebody that we know who's getting themselves into trouble, and it's causing a lot of issues with the family. It could be like an addiction or something like that. And so I'm seeing that this could be like a growth pattern where after enough pain, pain is the great motivator. Sometimes we don't learn until we decide we've had enough of the pain. So we still have the advice card here. So let's see what this says about the whole thing. It's the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands, those are beginnings. Those are starting over. You've gone through all the pain. You've gone through all the motivation. This is saying to look at a new idea. And wands are about fire and energy. And they're where you have the swords, which is all about intellect and about thinking through something. The wands are about the inspiration that burns in us. So what I'm seeing here is that we have these immature thoughts. We don't have the information we need. The stupidest people know everything. The wisest person knows nothing, right? Stupidest people know everything. The wisest people know nothing. And that can get us in trouble. And it shows that there needs to be a growth. We need to review maybe what it is that we think we know so well. Sometimes it just feels good to be confrontational. Sometimes it feels good to just impose our will on others, and yet cause havoc in the process. So I think what this is saying is that we need to get inspired to look beyond what we think we know. It's not all about what we think. It's also about having a passion to learn something different, to move past, so that we can take this knight and we can show that growth. And he's staring right at it. So where here we're oblivious, here the knights themselves are fire. So pages are earth, knights are fire. And it's saying to take the energy of the knight and attack it from a different angle. Page needs to learn to get up on his horse and face our own, in my head I heard our own stupidities. How about that? But we need to go at it with as much ardor and as much fire, maybe, as somebody who thinks they know everything. So what is it that we are so confident about? What is it that what rock is it that we want to die on? How's that affecting those around us? Do we really need to be that right? do we need to review what we think we know so that we can all of a sudden have an awareness and turn around? Because that page would be learning if he was over here. But sometimes we just don't see the obvious. Or as Sherlock Holmes says, we see but we don't observe. We need to turn this into a positive. And again, starting over new with a new fresh thought, a new fresh idea, a new fresh opinion, thinking outside of the box. Again, that's the creativity. We need to think outside the box. We need to start over again fresh so that we can turn around and take what we've learned and take control again and look at it intelligently so that we can continue to grow. So what is it, art, that we're not seeing where we feel we're so right? It's time to start over again. Good morning, Twix. I think in order to grow, we have to be okay with being a beginner again instead of like the page who thinks they know everything there is to know. Absolutely agree. It's probably a good way for me to start today going back to work too, because trust me, there are times where I'm the smartest person I know. So, with that, thank you again, and good morning also to you. And with that, I will be back here tomorrow, 7:15, and also tomorrow, 5:30, we will have the Two of Wands, and we are doing the 5 cards in the tarot. So now I'm all thrown off because I'm thinking today's Monday, but tomorrow is Wednesday, so 5:30 also, Eastern Standard Time, same bat channel, same bat time. We'll be doing the Two of Wands. So, again, thank you very, very, very much, and I will see you tomorrow.